cool, excellent. A couple other things we want to talk about. King of the Hill is now crossplay.
Woo!
Yes!
So now you can
Crossplay
play
tournaments, let's
on
go.
platforms.
Yes, you can use your social invites for your friends from crossplay. Or
Let's
for
go.
stream.
Okay, so we can have crossplay tournaments now. Okay, this is gonna be the start of the YouTube video. This part, like crossplay, King of the Hill, sup YouTube.
Things like that. So that'll be awesome. Glad that has made it to Mortal Kombat 1. Couple characters
Better late than
have
never,
received
honestly.
some new moves.
Very
Oh,
exciting.
yes.
Scorpion might have a new string that's been added.
Okay.
Here's one that I think will be fun for a lot of people. Garrus, for the Garrus players, there's now a UI element at the bottom that shows how many times he's used his countdown. So you and the opponent will always know when he's at 3.
Correct.
So
That's good.
something
That's
people
like
have been
Aaron
asking
Black.
for. We got that in there. Rain.
He's got a couple of new moves.
Rain has some new moves, which is neat. Reptile has a new long-range projectile. He can
Yeah,
use.
he's got like the MK2 classic spit that goes
How do
full
they go again?
screen.
Right, so you got a full new
Reptile,
move.
let's go!
Also,
I want
his,
Reptile to be
his
good.
Drop, you can now cancel out of.
Yeah, he
And
kind of flips back and goes invisible.
Yeah, it's really neat. Kind of help you with mix-ups and things like that. One of the big ones, I think, which is going to excite people, is Shijinko.
Yes, he's been meditating and learning new techniques.
So
This whole time.
Shijinko has a lot of new techniques.
How
he
are
has
they gonna do
learned.
this?
We're now going to show you just a little tiny supercut of some of the new stuff that he can do.
Is that a thing of supercut?
I'm going to call it that.
Okay.
So we're going to show that real quick.
He
Maybe some of
copies
those
the
things
opponent's
that
moves.
you
Okay, I
can
wanna see
take a
this.
look.
What? He could jump cancel you now? But he got like some new moves, like additional new moves. Basically, he has a launcher. Oh, okay. He gets like the opponent's launcher. Yeah, there you go. That's a nice new addition. So he has a summon that launches now. That's very good. 3? That's a new raid move. That's a new raid move.
There we go. A lot of neat, cool stuff. Got the Reiko grab.
What
Yeah.
can't he do?
I think.
Yeah, rain cancel that combo, it
Lantern
seems.
is very fun.
You're going to find a lot of really neat things.
I don't know if it still counts as a combo though, but the one I noticed, he has like this forward charging move now.
This, just a real big change to how he works as a cameo. So gonna be a lot of time in the lab for those who want to learn Shijinko.
Yep.
Another thing, we just so you know, we are on TikTok. We've been doing TikTok for a while. People are maybe watching right now live on TikTok. Hello. We do have an AR filter on TikTok, which you can get to if you scan the QR code on our Twitter and Facebook and Threads, and it'll access that cool filter.
He's too focused on the cancel.
Any of the things you
Yeah,
just
the
said.
cancel was
It
relatively
sounds great.
fast, wasn't
I
it?
feel like such a youth right now.
It's
Such a youth. That's what they say.
That's what they do.
I think he had a
And
cancel
I'll tell
back
you
at
what the
MK9.
cameo is
Don't quote me
there.
on this, but I feel if I remember right, he had like a cancel back at MK9. So I think they're trying to bring back those things about the characters before those
This has a
nuances.
lot of characters in it.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
like it follows a lot.
It did look like a true combo. It was a really fast
I'll ask my
cancel.
kid how to do it.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Do that.
That's
another
sick.
Good thing,
That's
coming
sick.
up very soon in May, at the end of May, Combo Breakers coming back, which we all
yeah.
Love it.
we'll all.
I hope a lot of people are
be
into
there.
Combo
It's a
Breaker.
really cool event.
I don't know, it's
if
just
you wanna
nice.
play Mortal
That's
Kombat, make
that's
sure
like
you sign up
one of the
at
MK
Combo Breaker
events
website.
I
We're
look
very
forward
excited
to in a
about
year.
Combo Breaker, one of the
Always one of the coolest tournaments of the year.
super cool events, and we'd love to see you there. Big shout outs to Rick, as always, it's a good friend of the studio.
Gotta love Rick.
I
Gotta love
think-
Combo Breaker.
To me, the easiest way to sell anyone on Combo Breaker.
Do you want to have fun?
Well, yes. One of the first things you see when you enter the venue, at least last year, was an Ultimate MK3 arcade cabinet.
Yes.
Like in the lobby. I
Right.
just entered and was like, all right, we're
Basically, Combo
So-
Breaker is like
so if you want to go
our
to that,
major.
please do. It's a great time. We'd love to see you there. But I think we should probably hop on to what we're here for.
Ermac, let's go.
Ermac in this game, I'm going to try to explain him. It's like we like to do. Ermac's a rushdown character in this game. He doesn't have your the projectiles you're sort of used to. He still has, you know, a lot of
Oh.
the stuff you'll remember, your lifts you saw in the
Yep.
trailer, obviously. But he's more of a rushdown character, and it's not always low and high. He's more of a rushdown character that uses a series of really cancels he can use to keep the pressure
Series of
going.
cancels.
So you're
Okay,
gonna
I'm
be
kind of
doing
getting a
cancels
rough idea now. I think he's like Magneto.
The encounter
I've
begins.
seen you be very good.
Gotta
at
call
your
it right
best.
now, guys.
And we'll see if that translates to now.
Right.
But yeah, you know, so you can do, you know, different sort of cancels and into hit confirm. Maybe sneak some throws in there. He plays a little differently than some of the past Ermacs, but those who've played Ermac before,
Is it gonna be rough?
everything you've always loved, he has for you.
Yeah, I do think he.
I feel
has
like
pretty much all the classic movie
components
stuff
of him that
pushed
zone you can
into
get through
the
like
teleport. A lot of
Sonya.
them visually look different and
Lao.
have some neat functionality, like little spice to them.
One thing I really like about him too, and I think people will learn quickly, is that his combo freedom is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Rush Hour
There's
player.
a lot of different stuff you can do.
I feel like you do
combo-wise,
Rushdown
and
really
get
well.
into combos with Ermac, which is gonna make people pretty excited.
But I
Yeah, you're more
also
set
don't
play.
think he's going to be that hard to play. I think there's going to be a lot of options, and I think it'll require.
But you know
a
what
little
they
bit
said
of
about Rain, right? They said Rain was the
Yeah,
premier
you'll find a lot of
zoner of the
balls,
game. Look how that went.
playing him.
So,
If I don't wanna do
so
the
we don't know what's gonna happen to
hard
Ermac.
stuff, but if it's there and I'm able to do it, I will. Like, I think a lot of different levels of player will enjoy Ermac.
He could be
So
the premier
simple.
rushdown character, then for some
I
reason,
feel
he has like
I
50
honestly feel like that's been a lot
setups.
of our characters,
It
right?
is,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot of characters like you can just get the ground running and do the fun specials and do really cool stuff in combos, or you can dig in.
Because I
deeper and
feel
play
like
longer and really
these,
get to the-
you know, these guys, along with the rest of the QA team,
the meat, yes.
when they make a
So,
character, when they like test out a
we'll talk
character and
about Ermac.
stuff, they don't test like
See how he
the
plays.
creative limit.
You're gonna do it.
So it breaks design. But holy shit! Okay, let's
Alright,
fucking
here
go.
we go.
Ermac time.
Ermac.
1K health. That's like a
Mask.
big thing.
With the mask, and
Yeah.
the mask was pretty praised.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
like the mask.
And he has some of his gear is some of the
It's
coolest.
gnarly.
Yeah.
He looks like Con Ra from Killer
helmets
Instinct.
I've been wearing exclusively, which I will not talk anything more about. His movement's awesome.
I love the like weird
his walk speed's
marionette
good.
way he walks back and forwards.
It's
He's-
good walk speed.
I think our design team and our animators have really nailed the kind of spooky mummy man,
on his knees
undead
for
guy.
the-
Yeah.
For his cool throw. With, you got
That's
the
a throw
ball
loop.
throw,
I spotted that in the trailer.
Just
Very,
crumples
very
you.
painful.
Yeah, so let's talk about Ermac. One of his main strings that people are really going to enjoy. One of my favorites, kind of old school. One of those string pins and a grab at the end.
Very reminiscent
string?
of like the ultimate MK3 kind of lift, except he throws him over. But
Oh, I thought it was an
that kind of hand
OTG.
gesture reminds me of it, which is a cool.
Probably easier to do.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you don't have to do the ending and it's the knockdown.
But why
This-
wouldn't you lift?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
it's
too
cool.
cool. Like
Yeah.
boom.
Do you lift, bro? Remember that?
This is one of his main strings too that I love using. 2-1-2.
That looks like a mid.
Combo.
2-1-2.
It immediately goes into pop, and you can combo after that if you want to.
Wait, 2-1-2. So that's a high.
Super cool. Like just one of those moves people really enjoy because it takes a lot of the onus off of you. It's a pop up combo. You get way up in the air and you can do stuff.
And I think you'll see that he has a lot of really cool air combos and air enders and stuff
He
like
has
that.
He has some of the most air moves in the game, I would say.
That's because
Air
he's
moves.
Ermac.
There we
Love
are.
it. Love it.
This move, he kicks you and then
Just a burst of souls.
and it, for a string does a good amount of damage. This can be canceled out with some stuff that we will show later, so we're going to hold off on that a little bit.
You're working up to it.
We're going to work up to it. His Torch 4 is really neat. This is this neat. And then Torch 4-3, it knocks them
That
away.
looks like a
This is
mid-mid.
another move that on the outset,
It's not hit
looks like
confirmable.
kind of a jumping knee.
Right.
A lot more is going to come from that later. We will get back to that as
Yeah,
well.
you'll notice he's airborne, which
Yes.
we'll talk about.
Keep that in mind. Yes, it knocks him into the air.
Oh, so it's a high.
And it knocks them into the air. And what you're stating, Ermac's
He
in
is
the air.
airborne, yes.
Yes. 4-2-2 is an overhead. So,
4-2-2.
like we said earlier, it's not a lot of overhead lows with Ermac. This is one thing you kind of throw out and fish, and knock them down, knock them away, or just throw the overhead out and cancel into a special.
It's also worth considering while he may not have the best lows, the cameo systems means
Absolutely.
there are characters like Kung Lao and Frost that have good lows.
Absolutely.
Frost?
This is a great one to start out there. Has a
Oh no,
good
Stephanie.
amount of range.
Yeah.
Good amount of range. Back to 4 is a cool sort of just trapping bounce. And it can be special canceled as well.
That,
if you want to.
that looks like it has good range.
That's
The
the full move,
pulling
not
thing
fully
that he
away.
does.
And then you can do like a lift up. And more stuff too. But that's just where you are there. This move is a ton of fun. This is just his back 3. It's kind of like a get the heck off me move. Just sends you full back. A specter comes out and knocks you
Back 3, so it's
backwards.
kind of like Noob Saibot's back 2.
Gives you a little distance when you need it. with
Right.
It seems like he does do a lot of things to get distance as well.
He does, and he has a couple of things that can get him back in range as well. Let's talk about some special moves. As we've seen earlier, we got the classic lift.
Yep.
Yeah, this does not
Big
seem like a rushdown
skeleton
character to me.
Now you can also meter burn that to trap him, and do air combos or whatever you want to do after that, which is super cool.
I'll explain why I don't think this is completely a rushdown
A lot of stuff
character.
you can do with that. He's got his push
Yep.
and has a good amount of range. That's the
That's
kind
my
of
guy.
thing.
That was my
right?
guy.
That's your guy. It's one of those good things when you play Ermac where you can always sort of like checking people who are trying to move in on you.
Exactly.
And they have to be really safe because there's a good amount of distance there. When you use meter on that, it is also armor.
Which is a great armor move. You can use that to beat projectiles, long range normals. You could like whiff punish with it.
Right. And that's
That's
full
so
range,
fucking
pretty much
cool.
max distance right there.
All those
And that's-
hands,
You got some good range.
that's
throwing hands. Mm.
Of course, the teleport.
Right.
This teleport is very interesting. So see, I'm starting on the ground. I teleport. I end on the ground.
Yeah, just on the ground there.
I can also go up.
That's
So I can go on the
meterless.
ground or the air.
Do it again now, what?
So I can go up, or I can do it from the air and go up. You can do it to the air and go back down.
Wow.
So like any up down, you can mix and match. Them.
Mind blown right now.
Yeah, that's a little
What you can do,
degenerate.
too, is you can actually kind of go up here, whiff it, and you're right in their face.
Right.
And a lot of people might do something to you. A lot of people won't. So that's a lot of fun too.
It's also going to be a thing that's really going to add to their mental stack when you have multiple options coming up. They're going to have to look for the teleport and then also guess how you're going to
I have a
teleport
theory right
back.
now. I feel like Ermac's gonna be good with Sonya. I can see
Good
it.
thing. Down back 2 is. Oh, that's not that.
Oh.
Did it wrong.
Oh.
Hover.
Okay.
Down back
So
two.
hover does quite a few things. You're hovering.
Never
You
did.
can cancel forward, that sort of thing.
You're on my
You can
mind,
meter burn
Ragnar.
quicker. And we'll explain that in a second.
The whole
Let me-
projectile on Tatella.
Yes, I do.
Tell me about that knee.
So you can cancel
Very cool.
into
You get like the Raiden Kano squad.
teleport with levitate. So you can continue pressure. So I can do that. Maybe I come down and I throw. Lots of things you can do with that. So if he's in the air, he can do his levitate, which opens up a lot of things. Like this string I showed earlier. You
People are
can
gonna
do
come up with some crazy stuff.
things.
Very cool.
Missed it. Hold on. Sorry.
What's
So I can
that?
levitate out of it.
Oh, Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle.
Okay, Lanny.
Right.
It's like the Blue Beetle J1, I think.
Got it in less than 3 tries.
Right.
And you're
Feel
just
really
a
good
normal
about it.
person.
I'm just a normal human being. And hover's super cool. So it's just you always.
I love that kind of UMK3
Pose, yeah.
pose. It's
Once you start putting this pressure on, like where does it go, right? And that's gonna be really fun for a lot of people to play with. I've really enjoyed it.
So sometimes when I'm like alone in my apartment, I do that pose, and that's not weird, right?
That's
Everyone
not-
does that, right?
Absolutely normal.
Okay.
That's
Let's
good,
talk about
okay.
some new stuff to Mortal Kombat 1's Ermac. First off, there's this move called Death's Embrace,
Okay.
where he comes out, a spirit touches him, and he gets this sort of shield on him.
Right.
While that is active, and it lasts 5-6 seconds, there it went away.
Is this like?
Your
Wait a
health
minute.
bar is now your meter.
What?
So you are getting meter taken off instead of health,
Oh, okay.
right?
So a very clear scenario would be you're about to.
I thought it was like the
lose, you have
Peacemaker thing
one
again.
left.
You're gonna
You got
two
3 balls.
DLCs in a row. With force
let's say
field?
You're way ahead and the time's running out. Turn it on. They're chipping away at your meter
Right.
while your health bar is safe. The cool thing about this too is you can turn it off whenever you want to. So if someone's doing a combo to you, you can take half that combo, turn it off. Like, there's a lot of different, like, mind games you can play with it. Some fun stuff that way.
Also, the little demon lady looks really cool.
She does. Another move that's new is Spirit Punch. So he has this punch where he charges it up. and lets
Back
out-
two.
oh,
That's
this
back two, right?
torrent of these spirits. Now it has a bunch of levels. You can do it just real quick. Just knock them away.
That's the one that
Hold it
crumples.
down. It gives you a crumple state.
I knew it.
Ooh.
I knew it.
And then it's time. You know?
Right.
You have that in
Now, here's the other
MKX.
thing. This move can be canceled out. So you can turn it on. I can back out. Turn it on.
Are you really
back
fucked
forward.
up?
You can put it in a move. You can do it during.
That's a good
combo
point.
And do it.
That is a
I'm
pretty good point.
Sorry to say, not great at that, but you can continue pressure like we were talking about earlier.
And you can set up
Super cool
the.
move. Another move he has that's new is this Shrieking Souls move, where he slides on the ground and.
Oh,
knocks
so that's a
you up.
special.
This also can be canceled. So once you hit, you can double dash forward and continue a combo. So I can be like,
Okay.
Oh,
like
it's
that.
dash cancelable. See, from that state where he's upside down, you could call out
Just always
Gento.
in constant pressure,
Yeah, Gento.
Continuing moving forward.
I feel like you could
pressuring
set up
them,
Gento.
teleporting around, just like you talked about earlier.
And there's
going
going
to
to be some sick conversions you could do.
Yes.
There's so much
String
a lot of
pressure as
mechanics,
well.
there's so much stuff you have to think about while you're fighting him that could happen at any time.
It also seems like a reoccurring thing here is combo options, possibility, routes. Very cool.
One of my favorite moves he has is this. He's got. This
Oh.
is his only
The drop.
quote-unquote projectile. As you can see, it runs across the ground. You can only do it in the air. If you use meter, it costs 2 bars of meter. You can also do this.
2
It'll
bars?
send hands
Ah, okay,
so
that's
cool.
start a
fine.
combo. Now,
Actually, no, that's
this,
fucking useless.
Again, we'll go back to the knee. The thing that's sort of been the thesis of the story is you can do it from knee, which means if you want to use the bars.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's
get
actually pretty
around, You
okay.
can literally.
If you could do it from there, that's actually pretty okay. I take it back.
That's Ermac in a
Yours for a
nutshell.
reset, and it scales like
Lots of
crazy.
Cool stuff he can do. Players who've played him before will get a lot of the same feeling, but there's a depth to him with these cancels, with these air shenanigans, we'll call them, that you can do.
I need to know. I need to know. Is it a
Seems
safe
like
though?
fair
How
fight
how
that you need all
punishable is
these
it?
Ghost helpers.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't seem fair.
Right, like it's Mortal Kombat, and ghosts are inherently, they've left this mortal coil.
They sure have. And yeah, he's got plenty of health,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
I guess they're all part of him, so it's fair.
He is many.
It is him.
Yeah.
It is him still the same. We should definitely show his Fatal Blow.
Fatal
Because
Blow.
it is a projectile.
What?
Yeah, so let's do this.
It's just a fireball. Fireball. Probably full screen. Definitely full screen. And then Return to the King. I like that touch. The Fatal Blast Return to the King.
And that is Ermac.
You did pretty good there.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
There's
I'm proud of you.
a couple things I messed up on. You get nervous when you're doing it.
You're human.
Thank
you're you.
Yeah, and on me. That's,
Right.
that's the big one.
Yeah.
I really enjoy playing Ermac. Definitely. I mean, I've always loved the character. And
He was your main.
Yep.
He was my main. It's good to see your original main back in the game.
Ermac's
That's
cool.
fun for me.
That's my
Also,
initial
though,
impression
I
from him.
super
But I don't
really
think he's a
love-
rush
I've
down.
been enjoying
I
what
stand by that
with
thought
Ermac
right
and
now.
Mavado. Not that every character works with everybody.
Right.
We'll
Figure it
dive in
out.
deeper
But I
after
really
this
think
ends.
this-
We'll
this
go
came
back
out.
and maybe
So
give it a
yours-
second watch and
we'll
break
do
it down in
I'll be
detail.
playing through definitely in the next season.
I'm excited to see him back. I really like that era of MK. He's always been a really cool design. I think the like bungee ropes thing are just so unique. So I think this is a cool one.
I mean, it was the '90s. Leather jacket. You can't go wrong with long leather jacket.
Right.
Like that was just cool. I mean,
It's
yeah.
done. It's done.
Who didn't have one? You know what I mean?
So let's take a look at Mavado. So Mavado has a bunch of he does a couple things. He has some setup tools. He has some combo extension tools. He has a way you can use flawless block to push them back, which I will not be showing. It's in the trailer.
Okay.
I cannot do that. Just a lot of really cool stuff.
Oh,
let's
so
take
it's
a
just
look.
him.
One thing he has that's
It
really neat,
seems.
he'll just throw out this mine, which will pull you forward,
That's an ambush.
and at the end you're kind of crumpled and knocked down. Now, if they can block that.
Was that some red dragon tech right there?
That's right.
It
yeah.
is.
Yep.
So boom.
It's a fucking
Created by the
ambush.
same scientist that built Suhao's chest plate.
It sure feels like it, right? So he's got that.
How's that
He
an
can also-
ambush?
This is one of my favorites. This is generally used for a nice combo ender to add some damage. You can do the just fling each other into each other. Can you
Nomad's Touch.
explain that?
That is a Cabal move from MK Deception. I'm so excited to have Mavado in. He stole his hook swords in Deception. He stole Nomad's Touch. What a criminal!
I
I
was
love
say he's a
it.
criminal. I mean, well-known criminal.
He takes a little damage. The other person takes a little bit more. He also has. This is really cool. When you knock them down, you can slide out with him at low. And people
He
are
has
like,
an
"What does that do?"
OTG.
Now it adds a little damage for one. What I enjoy it for is it stops when it counts.
Stock's about to go up.
Oh.
So they have.
I can see that. I can actually see that.
Yep.
And that's what I.
'Cause of that
that's
ambush
sort of what I've
thing.
been sort of theory crafting its use as. Super cool. The two other moves he has, like remember these knees? We talked about these earlier. If they're in the air, he can fly back towards them and knock them back towards
That
you,
might work with like Scorpion or
which is
Sonya.
super cool. So you can just
Yeah, probably
combo
Sonya.
continuation. He can
No,
also
not
do it from
Sonya.
the sky
I was going
with
to
a
ask.
different input, which I like showing it like this.
And that is neat because normally you cannot combo after an uppercut.
Some characters can.
Right.
Sonya's, I believe, can. Scorpions, I believe, can. This is
Talking
a new
about
one
Vado
you
gets
can
an
do it on,
OG.
and it's actually pretty.
So far.
I slid
He gets slid
underneath.
under. He's like, I'm out.
It's pretty.
So far.
interesting, too.
'Cause you know-
So, that's neat.
And the rest
It's
does this, right?
depending
They
on what you're
use the
doing
DLC
with that,
characters to test
is
out
what you
mechanics. I
decide
mean,
to
like what they
do.
did with Spawn and MK11, armor breaks. So we don't know.
For me, I found it really.
We don't know.
easy.
Breakaway
Ermac
breakers
has
or
a lot
armor
of moves that
breaks.
I think it works with really well.
This
And
could
that
catch
be
on
recency
in like
bias
season
because
2.
of
It's gonna
putting
be a
characters
mainstay
together,
thing.
But I've really enjoyed it.
Well, I think one thing that'd be cool is he could help extend your combos if you're a character that's not combo focused.
Right.
Or if you are like Ermac and you have a lot of options, you can even go all, double down, which I think is one of the coolest things about the cameo system. The ability to kind of, you know, triple, quadruple down, or fill in gaps that you might have.
So like this is this basic combo I've been working on at my desk. We'll see if I can pull it off.
I got faith in you.
Close.
It was
So
good. It was good. It was good.
So close.
That damage isn't particularly amazing though, but I feel like yeah, it's just a combat cast. They're not gonna optimize this.
Well,
That was it. That was it. That was it.
One more, one more,
One
one
more.
more.
Go.
okay, one more. All right. People are like, please stop.
I was trying to cover.
I know. Let's go. Boom. Okay.
All right.
There we
And
are.
there's my guy.
There he is.
Third time's a charm. What do you call
30%
that combo?
for one bar. I don't know.
We are mini.
Nice.
We are mini
Okay.
is what that's called. So that, in a nutshell,
Nutshell.
is Mavado.
Yeah. I think he's gonna. I think the combat pack cameos I think have been really really cool. How they added the meta. It's great to see. Cameos are.
That might be his craziest
Your
move.
roster characters.
Voice
It's really
rag.
neat to see
Blah, blah,
the
blah.
meta shift and
That might be
evolve.
his craziest move.
And a wide variety.
Oh,
across
ambush
the world
charge
that they can
thing.
do.
Yes.
So that is.
Well, we just need to
Ermac,
see how long
Mavado.
cooldown is.
Some changes coming to the game. We're very excited.
You did really
for.
good.
Yeah.
I think
You're
it was-
tired? Your thumb's tired at all?
It's always nerve-wracking doing it. We have so many amazing players who are watching who want the skinny.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like, I'm not as good as them. But I do want to explain stuff so they're like, oh, I get it. That's cool.
Right.
And I feel like I was able to do that.
You did good. You did
Thanks.
good.
I think this was your best demonstration yet.
Thank you. It helps when you really like the character too, because I really dug in and like tried to learn this stuff. So cool. So Derek, I believe before we sign off.
Yeah.
The most important part
Most
of the show.
important part. All right.
I will say after birthday shoutouts real quick after the closing, there is a fight that QA did again.
Yeah.
Which is
I wanna see the
pretty
fight with
awesome.
QA. That's
I
gonna be
don't
too
wanna stay
fucking
to the
sick.
end because there's some fun.
Something special.
It's gonna get brutal.
All right. Birthday shout out. Sorry if I mess up your last name. It happens.
Or first name, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, happy birthday to Lopez Frederico. We're going with that one. Daniel Hurd, Graham Shear, Michael Salerno, Jerome Burrell, Pav, happy birthday, Pav, and Sacco, Rohan Williams, Freddie Palma, James Palermo, Palermo, thanks, bud. Tony Smith, Shaji, Nick Niebling, Lauren Seacrest, Robert.
Okay, well, this one's
Nathan,
happening.
Will
I'm just
Jackson,
gonna theory craft in my
Doyle,
head and say that I
Justin
think
Berkeley, we're almost there.
I want to try
Eric
Ermac with
Gorski,
Sonya.
Bill
on Wednesday,
Bussing?
which is the
We'll
next
go with
stream.
that. Sean Gallagher and
Ermac, Sonia. That's gonna
our
be the
favorite,
team.
Warren Wilkes.
Oh,
Happy
yeah.
birthday, Warren
The
Wilkes.
boss.
Awesome. Well, that is the Kombat Kast for today. Before we go, I mean, we're going to go now. But we're going to show a fight that QA put together that I think is pretty awesome. So until next time, thank you very much. We can't wait to see you on the next.
Oh, that's actually a
Kombat.
really fast Kombat Kast. Oh shit, we get. He comes out. He comes out tomorrow, but I won't be on till Wednesday because I have football tomorrow. So we get to see the reptile buffs. Okay, let's go. And they got the honeybee team. Yep, there it is. Acid spit. Okay, which QA member is playing this? Is it? I think it's Big D. It has to be Big D. That's sick. Okay. Somehow, I feel like I'm kind of right saying that Ermac does kind of remind me of Magneto. Like MBC3 Magneto.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, his damage is kind of fucked up, man. That's like a truck. Ooh. Wait, was that a cancel? Oh, you can cancel that string now, 114. 114 is 2-in-1 cancelable. And then wake up armor. Oh. Oh, this is the first time they're showing a brutal. And that's cool. That is so cool. Big D was pissed off. You can tell that was Big D. Okay, before we end the stream, end the video, I'm gonna double back and look at the thing again, look at the whole cast. Let's see what we could break down, you know? I'm pretty sure that was Big D.
Talk about Ermac. See how he plays.
You're gonna do it.
Hey, so we'll just go over this whole thing again.
Right, here we are.
Briefly.
Ermac with the mask.
With the mask.
Yeah.
So I think right off the bat, I like his movement. I think his movement's really good. I mean, he doesn't have to have, he's probably gonna have a dash cancel. That's like, dash block rather. That's a given. But the fact that he kind of moves like an Injustice character, like the floaty ones, I think that's a good thing.
Mask was,
You know, I used to play
was
Superman, so
pretty
that's good for
praised.
me.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
like the mask.
And he has some of his gear is some of
Exclusively, which I won't talk anything more about. His movement's awesome.
I love the like weird marionette way he walks back and forwards. I think our design team and our animators have really
Let's try to skim through it.
Cool throw with
Now-
Mavado throw, and then
Earlier, I did say
Just-
that I don't completely think he's a rushdown character, even though they're giving him the label of a
let's talk
rushdown character.
about Ermac, one of his main strings, who are really going to enjoy.
And we're
One of
gonna
my
see it
favorites.
with
Kind
some of his
old
strings.
school. One of those strings that ends in a.
See, like, notice how the
very
strings.
reminiscent of like the Ultimate MK3 kind of lift, except he throws him over. But
Not those.
that
Those
kind
have
of
good
hand
Oki.
gesture reminds me of
Like
it.
decent enough
Probably
Oki.
easier to do.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you don't have you don't have to do the ending and it's the knockdown.
But why
This-
wouldn't you lift?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like those two
Cool.
strings are like good for
Do you
Oki.
lift, bro? Remember that?
This is one of his main strings too that I love using. 2-1-2. Pop up.
Yep.
It immediately goes into pop, and you can combo after that if you want to. Just you can.
All right,
combo
let's
after
look
that
at this
if
a
you want
bit.
to.
Like, look where they land. That's the reason I don't think he's completely like a rushdown character is because you're in prime position to shimmy. So I feel like he's more
Just
on like the spacing side of stuff.
you know, one of those-
He's
one
not
of those
completely
moves
a
we really enjoy
bona
because
fide
it
rushdown
takes a
character.
lot of the onus off of you. It's a pop-up combo. You get
More
your
of like
way up in
a
the air,
spacing.
you can do stuff.
And I think you'll see that he has a lot
Mid-hit
of
level
really cool
character.
air combos and air enders and stuff
He
like
has
that.
some of the most air moves in the game, I would say.
Kind of like
Because
Magneto.
he's Ermac.
Oh,
There we are.
Love it. Love it.
This move,
See, that blasts him far away too. That's why I don't completely think he's a rushdown character. I feel like you could kind of play lame with him. There's always a lame way to play a character, and that could be it.
and
It's a
you know,
pop-up, you could call Sonya if you don't want to use that.
Does a good amount of damage. This can be canceled out with some stuff that we will show later, so we're going to hold off on that a little bit.
You're working up to it.
We're going to work up to it. His Torch 4 is really neat. This is this neat. And then Torch 4-3, it knocks them away. This is another move that, on the outset, looks just like a kind of a jumping knee.
Right.
A lot more is going to come.
We're probably
from
just
that.
gonna go over
We'll get
Ermac
back to
because
that as
Yeah,
well.
you'll
I
notice
think
he's,
they went
he's airborne.
over
Yes.
Mavado pretty well
Keep that in
already,
mind,
and
yes.
I don't really have much to
It's
say about that. It's just Ermac, really, that
and
kind of like
not
sticks out to me
only
here.
And what you're stating, Ermac's
He
in
is
the air.
airborne, yes.
Yes. 4-2-2 is an overhead.
I want to know. Wait, he said it's an overhead, right?
4-2-2 is an overhead.
I didn't catch that the first time. That looks like it's gonna be a bitch to react to.
4-2-2.
But it blasts him far away. So you have to be ready to commit. And once again, that's like the second string in a row. It sends them full screen. So if we could see like what this is doing, you need a cameo to somewhat cover the space in between. That's why I feel like Sonya's gonna be good with him.
So, like we said earlier, it's not a lot of overhead loads with Ermac. This is one thing you kind of throw out and fish, and you know.
I need to know if
knock
that's
them
safe or
down
not.
right away. Or just throw the overhead out and cancel into a special.
It's also worth considering, while he may not have the best lows, the cameo systems means
Absolutely.
there are characters like Kung Lao and Frost that have good lows.
Absolutely. But this is a great one.
See, anyway, he kind of feels like Nightwolf.
Good amount of
'cause
range. Good amount of range. Back to 4.
I think he could keep you honest
A cool
with that
sort of
overhead.
Trapping.
I'm gonna take a rough
I think
guess
also-
and say, wait, eyeballing it right now.
But this is a great. Absolutely.
There are characters like Kung Lao and Frost that
Let's just
have good lows.
let's just
Absolutely.
eyeball it. I think that's like 17 to 19 frames.
But this is a great one. Let's throw it out there. Has it?
Just a run,
Good
can't
amount of
even do
range.
overhead
Good
combo.
amount of range.
That's true though. That's true.
Back to 4 is a cool.
That's always an option.
Trapping bounce, and it can be special canceled as well.
They just made such a good cameo with Cammy, I swear.
If you want to.
I'm assuming that's like an
That's the full
18
movement,
to
not
19
fully
frame
away.
overhead.
And then you can do like a lift off. And
I don't know. I'm not gonna act like I
just
know
put it right
shit.
there. This move is a ton of fun. This is just his back 3. It's kind of like a get the heck off me move. Just sends you full back.
See, That's the third thing we're seeing that sends them full screen. That's why I really don't think he's completely a rushdown character.
Gives you a little distance when you need it. with
Right.
It seems like he does do a lot of things to get distance as well.
He does, and he has a couple of things that can get him back in range as well. Let's talk about some special moves. As we've seen earlier, we got just the classic lift.
Yep, that big skeletal witch.
I like the
lady.
Oki that gives you.
Now you can also meter burn that to trap him
Oh.
and do.
Yeah, you could probably
combos
set up
whatever you want to
Gento
do
with
which
that.
is super cool. A lot of fun. A lot of stuff he can do with that. He's got his push
Yep.
and has a good amount of range. That's the
That's
kind
my
of
guy.
thing.
That was my
right?
guy.
That's your guy. It's one of those good things when you're playing Ermac where you can always sort of.
I wonder if that's gonna be a mid or high.
move in.
It's probably a mid.
Exactly.
And they have to be really safe.
It's a mid, but it's slow.
Good amount of distance there. When you use meter on that, it is also armor.
Which is a great armor move. You can use that to beat projectiles, long range normals. You could like whiff punish with it.
Right. And that's full. I just did pretty much max distance right there, and that's
You got some good range.
just a good range.
Got some good range.
Of course, the teleport.
Right.
This teleport is very interesting. So see, I'm starting on the ground. I teleport. I end on the ground.
Okay, so just
I can
picture
also
this. Okay, you're holding Sonya rings,
Go up.
which is
So I can go
plus
to the ground or
100
the
something.
Do it again now. What?
If it hits
So I
you
can
on
go
block, and then
up.
he teleports like
Or
that.
I can do
You
it
kind of
in
have to
the air.
guess, like,
You go up.
is it an overhead? Is it a mid?
Go back down.
Either way, it's
So,
gonna
like,
jail.
any Up, down. You can mix and match.
Mind
things.
blown.
Bunch for dumb
One thing
things with
that's fun to
pushback.
do, too, is you can
Yeah, that's actually a
go
good
up here,
point.
whiff it,
Things with
you're
stupid
right in their
pushback,
face,
he
right?
could
You know,
do
a lot of
something
people might
about
do
it.
something to you.
But I think we need to see the startup frames first.
So that's-
you know,
that's
that's
a
going to
lot
be
of fun,
the
too.
make or break to see how effective it is.
It's also
for
going
that
to be a thing
purpose.
that's really going to add to their mental stack when you.
Because if you
have
notice, right,
multiple
he
options.
raises his
You're gonna have
hand
to
and
look
then
for the
like
teleport. And
it
then
still takes a
also
while for the
guess
thing to
how
travel.
to
Like there's a bit of
back
you know
in.
like a projectile property to it.
Big thing.
I think you're
Ermac
right.
2 is this, oh, that's not that.
Oh.
Did it wrong.
Oh.
Hover.
Okay.
So hover does quite a few things. You're hovering. You can cancel early, that sort of thing. If you meter burn it, it's quicker.
They didn't go over all the things in the hover
And we'll explain that in a
stance.
second. So remember that knee we talked about?
I feel there's a
Yes, I
more
do.
comprehensive
So you can
quality
cancel
to it. See,
Very cool.
he has
into
that
knee
2, I think,
with
down back 2,
teleport.
like
With-
air
with
down back
levitate.
2.
So you can continue pressure. So I can do that. Maybe I come
Talking
down
air
right
down back 2 for MKX. That's
Lots
what
of
I'm
things
referring
you
to
can do
here.
with that. So if he's in the air, he can do his levitate, which opens up a lot of things. Like this string I showed earlier. You
People are
can
gonna
do
come up with some crazy stuff.
things.
Very cool.
Missed it. Hold on, sorry. So I can levitate out of it.
Okay, Lanny.
Right.
Nice.
Into
Wait, I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now
So I
too.
can levitate
I feel like he can have a staircase combo.
out of it.
So like, just picture this.
Things-
Very cool.
Just,
Missed it. Hold
you
on,
know, you
sorry.
remove this.
So I can levitate
Launch, call assist,
out of it.
and then he continues it from the ground. Relaunch, and then he does that string to like slam them. So there's like a bit of a staircase thing going on. Because I feel like it. There's just something about it that tells me that that could be like a staircase combo. Manifesting no gaps in hover, possibly. We don't know. There might be
Okay,
like a
Lanny.
gap-free
Nice.
route
Do
you
a-
could
do a
do.
full combo.
Got it in less than 3 tries.
Right.
And you're
feel
just
really
a
good
normal
about it.
person.
I'm just a normal human being. And hover's super cool. So it's just you always. You know,
I love that kind of UMK3
Pose, yeah.
pose. It's
once you start putting this pressure on, like where does it go, right? And that's gonna be really fun.
Who has a low
I
wake up?
really enjoyed it.
so sometimes
Who has a low armored move or wake up in the game? I could be wrong. I feel like there might not be any characters, but against those characters, that's gonna be so
when
good.
I'm like alone in my apartment, I do that pose, and that's not weird, right? Everyone
not-
does that, right?
What you also better pray isn't the case, but I feel like it could be the case, is if hover, you know, you could do like a air normal and then hit like a standing 1 immediately as he lands, so you could break armor, just him alone. That's gonna be crazy.
Absolutely normal.
Okay.
Let's talk about some new stuff.
Something to consider. Like if you could just
Ones.
hover and then 1-1
first
and
off,
then
there's a
it
new
breaks
called
armor, that's gonna be
Death's
too
Embrace.
good.
Okay.
Where he comes out, a spirit touches him, and he gets this sort of shield on him.
Right.
While that is active, and it lasts 5-6 seconds.
This
that's
one I
away,
feel is pretty interesting.
Your health bar.
That
is now your
move
meter.
that he does, like little
So you are
switcheroo.
getting meter taken off instead of health.
But one thing I need to see that they won't
So,
show
a
because it's a
very
combat cast
clear
is how
scenario
fast
would
can
be
he
you're
build
about to
meter.
lose.
Right.
You have only 1 hit left,
But you got full meter.
but you got 3 bars.
Oh, there we go.
You
So
know,
basically,
let's
it's
say you're way ahead
Sindel
of the time
episode 2,
frame.
man.
Turn it on.
Sindel 2.0,
They're taking
Ragnar,
away your
pick this
meter
character.
Right.
While your health bar is
Pick her back.
The cool thing about this too is you can turn it off whenever you want to. So if someone's doing a combo to you, you can take half that combo, turn it off. Like there's a lot of different like mind games you can play with it. Some fun stuff that way.
Also, the little demon lady looks really cool.
She does.
What demon lady? I didn't see
Another
that.
move that's new is Spirit Punch. So he has this punch where he charges it up.
I knew this one was the bag too,
torrent
from
of these
MKX.
spirits. Now it has a bunch of levels. You can do it just real quick. Just knock them away. Hold it down. Gives you a crumple state,
Ooh.
and then it's time. You know.
Right.
Okay.
Now here's the other.
That could be good for like.
It's time. Gives you a crumple state.
Ooh.
That could be good for the ways that Johnny sets up the bag too.
It's time.
So maybe with Janet, like Janet hitting like
Now here's the other.
Janet hitting like the 3, like the 3 little jump punches. Like while that's happening, you could like back 2 and then hit them with that, crumple them, relaunch. Like, I don't
This
know.
move can be
But
canceled.
we ought to see it on
So
block
you
too.
can
I
turn
feel
it
like that's
on,
plus.
I can back out.
It has to be plus.
Turn it on, back forward. You can put it in a move. You can do it during.
That's another string that pushes them almost full screen. So tell me, is he completely a rushdown character? We have like 5 strings now that knock them back full screen. See, it's just more proof that he's not exactly a rushdown character.
Bring a combo and do it. I'm sorry to say, not great at that, but you can continue pressure like we were talking about earlier. Super cool move. Another move he has is that's new is this Shrieking Souls move, where he slides on the ground and knocks you up. This also can be canceled. So once
I feel
you
like-
hit, you can double dash forward and continue.
I feel like what constitutes him to be a rushdown character is that he doesn't have a zoning move, which I think is fair. But like if you look at the normals, the strings, and the purposes, he might be more balanced,
So I can
more
be like-
mid-range than we give him, initial credit for.
Okay.
Very
like
cool.
that.
You got it.
And so that it just always like constant pressure with Ermac. You're continuing moving forward.
Yeah, that's right. You could probably do
pressuring them,
meterless combos with
teleporting
Sonya
around.
or Janet.
Just like you were talking
Lift
about earlier,
into,
I
like,
love the term you
cameo
use,
call.
mental stack.
Yes.
There's so much, just like a lot of our characters, there's so much stuff you have to think about while you're fighting him.
But I feel like it's not
Could happen.
going to be
at
too
any
useful with
It
Sonya,
also
because like
seems
for
a
Sonya,
really
you want to
great
save that
thing
for the
here
rings.
is combo options, possibility, routes. Very cool.
One of my favorite moves he has is this. He's got. This
Oh.
is his only quote unquote projectile. As you can see, it runs across the ground. You can only do it in the air. If you use meter, it costs 2 bars of meter. But you can also do this, and it'll send out these hands.
That's so
which
cool
will start a
looking.
combo.
I don't know about that.
Now, this, again, will go back to the knee. The thing that's sort of in the thesis of the story is you can do it from knee.
See, I don't know
Which
about
means
that.
You want to use the bars, into the round, you can literally come in, do that.
It's like Quan Chi's launch.
That's Ermac in a nutshell. Lots of cool stuff he can do. Players who've played him before will get a lot of the same feeling, but there's a depth to him with these cancels, with these air shenanigans, we'll call them, that you can do.
It hardly seems like a fair fight that he has these ghost helpers.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't seem fair.
Right, like it's Mortal Kombat, and ghosts are inherently, they've left this mortal coil.
They sure have. And yeah, he's got plenty of health,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
I guess they're all part of him, so it's fair.
He is many.
It is him.
Yeah.
It is him still the same. We should definitely show his Fatal Blow.
Fatal Blow.
Because it
All right, let's go to the fight.
What?
Soon
I feel like there was a lot to break down here, and I don't think we could. I don't think we could make it out, but let's try. Let's go at this 2 times, and then I'll end the stream. I'll end the video, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Stampless cameo, low and hover. Yeah, you need like the loud cameo for that. Hey, so right off the bat, that is just so exciting for me. Oh. I keep pressing the wrong button. The reptile spit. It's back. Wait, I want to see the damage. I don't even know why you would call Mavado to OTG there. And it takes like half the bar. Cooldown takes a while too. This is cool though. This really stood out to me. See, 114 is air cancelable now. So you can do the reptile feint. Why are we breaking reptile? Why are we breaking down reptile while we're talking about Ermac? I don't know, but let's go with it. Break down and then high low. I mean that's actually pretty damn cool. I really can't tell what the fuck just happened there. But this is a lot of damage. 50, basically 56.
Round 2.
The regular tele does not scale. Oh, good point. Wait, let's see that. He got hit by the... Yeah, he got hit, like... Oh, just think about this, right? Like, this is a random ass tele. Okay. For whatever tournament you're playing in whatever part of the world, right? Ermac player wakes up, random tells your ass, and then fucking calls the cameo and goes unscaled. He does all of this, lifts you into fucking a fatal blow into GG shake hands. Thank you for playing, son. It was nice knowing you. You wanna get some pendies? You wanna get some wings? You wanna get some pizza?
Round 2. Fight.
This character's sick though, I gotta say. He needs it, he definitely needs it. This is very interesting to me. I think I just saw something that we didn't catch initially. So look at this. Overhead. And then he cancels a move. He could hold the move down and cancel it. Here's that fireball. Good. The bag 2 is the cancelable one. I'll go bag 2. I don't know the input yet. No, it's not. I think it's an actual special move. Wait a minute. That's a risky thing. Wait. See that normal? If it if the hitbox on it isn't particularly good, that could be like absolute BS. But if it counts as projectile, that's something else. And flawless block. That's pretty sick. So Reptile's 114 gives him a full mix. Not full mix, but like a mind game. That's so good. And then here, Big D just ended his man's career. I hope it's Big D. I love him as a player. I like that reference. But yeah, I genuinely think that Ermac is a amazing character, absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to play him. Yeah, come Wednesday, I'm gonna be on this character like crazy, and I hope you guys are too. Why am I hoping that you guys are too? I hope you all enjoy him. I hope that this is the patch that makes the game. So, just to sum it up, right? We have the Koth crossplay, which is very good if you live in EU or NA. Congratulations, you have tournaments running in all systems now. Hopefully here too in Asia. Ermac looks fucking sick. I don't think he's completely a rushdown character. I feel like he's going to be good with Sonya. We'll see on Wednesday. At least Wednesday for me. Mavado looks very sick. I hope that flawless block move, that OTG thing, I hope it becomes like a thing for the rest of the cast. And yeah, I'm very excited for the future of the game. I feel like the last patch just kind of destabilized a bit of the game. They were fumbling things, but this is making me a little bit more hopeful for the things to come. Hopefully they keep up on this trend and just keep making things crazier and crazier, like the Shujinku buffs, the ninja buffs. Just keep buffing the cast, make them all stronger, make the game crazier, make it more fun. That should be the philosophy they go for. And yeah, you guys, just let me know what you think. Tell me about it in the comments. Let's talk about it. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys on stream. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching.